The January window is not renowned for being full of excitement. Last year the biggest mover was a kid joining Barcelona who is now on loan at Real Betis. Not one 2024 transfer made the list of 20 biggest January deals ever. But there has been some more money spent in 2025. Here are the biggest transfers in the world in January 2025. 1. John Duran, Aston Villa to Al Nassr, £64.4 million rising to £75.3 million. Considering Chelsea and several European giants have been linked with Duran, it's pretty disappointing that the 21-year-old has opted for the Saudi big bucks. 2. Kavica Kvaratskhelia, Napoli to Paris Saint-Germain, £59.1 million. We would be surprised if this figure is beaten. PSG have finally got their man, but who will replace him? Alejandro Garnacho, Karim Adeyemi. 3. Omar Marmoush, Eintracht Frankfurt to Manchester City, £59 million rising to £63.2 million. That's a big old splash for City on a forward who scored 15 goals in 17 matches for the Bundesliga side before making the switch. 4. Xavi Simons, PSG to RB Leipzig, £41.2 million rising to £67.9 million. That's a whole lot of add-ons and a massive signing for a club not renowned for spending large sums. Leipzig sporting director Marcel Schaefer said, "We've been working for a long time to make this transfer, which is a great one both in a sporting and financial sense, a reality. In the past few days, a door suddenly opened, and we were able to seize this opportunity. The deal is in line with our budgetary and transfer-related guidelines." 5. Galeno, Porto to Al Ahly, £41.7 million. The last big money deal of the transfer window in Saudi Arabia saw Al Ahly invest over £40 million to sign Porto forward Galeno, who could threaten former Liverpool star Roberto Firmino. 6. Abdulkadir Kusanov, RC Lens to Manchester City, £33.7 million. The first of at least 3 January signings for the Premier League champions. 20-year-old centre-back Kusanov will become the first Uzbek to play in the Premier League. 7. Vitor Rice, Palmeiras to Manchester City, £29.6 million. Perhaps one day the Kusanov-Rice central defensive partnership will lead Manchester City to another stretch of trophy-based domination. The Premier League champions insisted he join in the winter as the most expensive teenage signing in club history. 8. Luis Henrique, Botafogo to Zenit St. Petersburg, £27.9 million. The new Brazilian international winger has taken the rubles and moved to Russia, ignoring interest from Fiorentina and Newcastle United among others, with Artur moving in the opposite direction and Wendell to follow. 9. Patrick Dorgu, Lex to Manchester United, £25 million rising to £29.1 million. They needed a left wing back and they opted for the young Dane, making him the first signing of the Ruben Amorim era. 10. Elie Wahi, Marseille to Eintracht Frankfurt, £21.9 million. Frankfurt have already replaced Marmoush, bringing in French forward Wahi from Roberto De Zerbi's side. 11. Daniel Malin, Borussia Dortmund to Aston Villa, £21.1 million. After not getting a chance at Arsenal, Malin is back in England with a point to prove. The Dutch winger has scored 5 goals in 21 matches so far this season and brings even more pace to an already speedy Aston Villa attack. 12. Stefanos Tsimas, FC Nuremberg to Brighton, £20.8 million. Scored 10 goals in the German second flight and will spend the rest of the season on loan back in Nuremberg. 13. Jadon Philogene, Aston Villa to Ipswich, £20 million. There are some strong PSR summer vibes from Villa, who welcome one forward while waving goodbye to another for basically the same fee. 14. Claudinho, Zenit St. Petersburg to Al Sadd, £16.91 million. Just a few, goalless, months after signing a new long-term contract with the Russian club, the Brazilian is off to Qatar to replace by another Brazilian further up this list. 15. Emmanuel Agbadou, Reims to Wolves, £16.76 million. There is no doubt that Wolves needed a central defender and they have acted quickly to bring in the Ivory Coast international. We analyze a lot of players, and he has the profile that I like. He likes to play with the ball, he has quality to build the play, he's fast and physically strong, said Vitor Pereira. 16. Seko Fofana, Al Nassr to Rennes, £16.6 million. A year on loan with Steven Gerrard at Al Ettifaq from Al Nassr was more than enough for the Ivorian midfielder, who jumped at the chance to return to France with the Ligue 1 mid-tablers. 17. Amine Gouiri, Rennes to Marseille, £15.8 million. Just 3 goals for Rennes this season means that they were happy to recoup much of their outlay on the Algerian winger. 18. Stefanos Tsimas, PAOK Salonika to FC Nuremberg, £15 million. The German club triggered their right to a permanent deal just a few hours before they sold him to Brighton for £20.8 million. Nice work if you can get it, especially as they keep Tsimas for the rest of the season as part of the deal. 19. Paulinho, Atletico MG to Palmeiras, £15 million. No, not that Paulinho. Or that one. But the one-cap Brazilian striker and former Bayer Leverkusen flop who has joined the Brazilian Giants for a tidy fee just 2 years after returning to Brazil on a free transfer. 20. Antonin Kinski, Slavia Prague to Tottenham, £14 million. Not signed in time to prevent Brandon Austin from having to make his full debut. 21-year-old Kinski has been drafted in so Fraser Forster can be put back in storage.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to get more interesting facts on sport.